was in that street and I'm taking a stroll. Have a little, let's get sweaty. So the night at the house, all the stuff's tripping. I'm by myself, just me. Lights up, sounds of my dice game coming out the door. Looked in my pocket and said I can chew the button. It's to be a took my bottle with me just so I can start spamming because I hate shooting dice with the motherfucking jackets. With everyone that I drop and fade. It's 7 and 11. I get those getting paid. Niggas looking at the labels trying to get on those 5 with my eyes where the fucking fellas. Getting sort of nervous, so I hold my hand tight. I hit that bit with the bottom if I get in a fight. When I get trying to the other niggas getting mad. When I drop down, it's sort of glass. The dice pass for the next 10 months. So I'm bored, so I'm something like one down in the way and speaks no peace. I wouldn't shoot the dice, but it's like shoot. But I don't trip on this whole money you took every time I roll the dice. Take it the second. One minute goes a loading shit. Smarter, you like that's trick dice, selling things out of the store. Even my other brothers called him saying, trying to really grabbed him by the throat and he had a good grip with it. I thought to myself, I said, damn, the song. This is one night that I should have stayed home. Was problems with the knife with a bit of front, but now I'm Florida. But if young keeps beating down, the first nigga jumped on me. He was 30, he was beating him down. I wasn't sure person. I wasn't going to do it because I wasn't with it. But I said, like that shit, he jumped on me. I jumped in the fight until the nigga lost. But as soon as I turned my back, I got his house. Seven, go home because I know she couldn't get her. So they're in jail for straight words and lights. I said, hey, I should have said it. What is up, YouTube? It's me, AMC, theater going content creator. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. Gonna do this little partisan MC on a wet Wayne. Excuse me, now I'm tongue tied. Wet and rainy day. Enunciate. A wet and rainy day. All up in my head. You ever seen a man with his knees, big brain, with knees dangling out the bottom of them, size 12 shoes? Okay, that's me, right? All up in my head. Inside my website today. So I finished up a bit of Yu Yu Hakusho yesterday. Came home and got at it. Had some dinner and start powering through that since it's only 5 episodes. They're pretty short. I started watching that. Aaron Roger. Every time. Every time. But excuse me. I saved the last episode for tonight. So tonight we'll go home, watch that last episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, and then move on and catching back up with Blue Eyes Seven. Good things is that Netflix releases everything in a chunk, so you can binge it. So if you need to stop and it will be there. Bad things is, as content creator, you can miss the wave in a sense. If you want to talk about it before everybody is talking about it, go while they're talking about it. And you're just talking about it after they figured they're done. Everybody's came to the salad bar and nibbled on the bright spots and that shit. So regurgitate crap, moved on to the next meeting. Thankfully for you, that is not me. Try to actually ingest what I watch. So I'm sitting here thinking about shit months ahead, and I'm thinking about it this morning now. Already thinking about past Valentine's Day past. That's about a good month or so ahead of where things should be or where life of a kid is going, where I want it to go, what I want to be doing. And I already had to X some things off the list because I've done it before. Done it at least once or twice. So I want to do something else. So now is the time to think of those other plans and start blocking out that time. Vacations and what up, UFO. So think about that. What up, Luke? Have I watched Blue Eye Samurai? Luke, I was the first person in this space actually talking about Blue Eye Samurai at all. It was. Nobody was watching that shit when I started watching. So if you look on my channel, you will see videos from Blue Eye Samurai on there. If you look on my Patreon, you will see my watches for Blue Eye Samurai. The only reason I slowed down is because a lot of the editing I was doing, watching those, was editing out me being sleepy because I was watching the shit so late at night. I wasn't resting enough. And that's very irritating to have to go back and cut down a 30-minute video to 15 minutes just because I'm falling asleep while I'm trying to give the review. Okay? The watches are up on Patreon, Artisan MC, right? Shop Talk with Artisan MC on Patreon, right? It's there. But the reviews are the part that I put up on YouTube because I can't put the whole watch along, right, on YouTube. It'll get flagged ridiculous. It's not my content. So yeah, I've been watching Blue Eye Samurai. It's only been in the last 3-4 weeks that I have not watched Blue Eye Samurai. I put out another video that everybody else keeps coming through here. Are you watching it? Somebody else should watch it. You should. Somebody else should review. I was watching that shit. I was. So yeah, there's more episodes of that coming because there's more episodes out there. So short answer is yes. Challenge answer is go back and look at my page. You don't have to ask me questions like just so. Cool. So I finished up I didn't finish up, but at the end of Yu Yu Hakusho. I was really admiring the way that Japanese anime does this a lot, where characters are colored coordinated. A character has a theme color, right? That is his thing. And every character that stands out in this stuff has their theme color. It doesn't matter what their costume is. It always pulls in these same colors. So you recognize those characters when they're on the screen. Now, it's not too different than comic books. Whereas in comic books, you have your theme colors of certain characters, right? You say red, white, blue, you know it's probably going to be Captain America, right? If it's blue and red, spider patterns, it'll be Spider-Man. It's black and gray, black and purple, something like that. They probably connected to the Bat family. You kind of get this, right? What their primary is, what their accent is, right?
But I think I was really admiring the way Japanese uh, people feel with watching the live action Yu Yu Hakusho, and how I'm down to the next to the last episode, episode 4, and all the characters are coming together to go fight on the island, and really picking up. Okay, he's one that wears black, so he's kind of sullen. He's removed from everybody. Here's a red guy with all the flower stuff all over him. Gotcha, gotcha. You know, this is the guy that wears the blue. This is the guy that wears the green. They're complementary colors in a sense. Supposed to be rivals, but the other guy doesn't see him as a rival. You know, it's fun. You get it. You get it, right? And I was thinking about that in terms of life, right? How this extrapolates on life. What is like your theme color? What is like your theme music? Because I can tell you, thinking about it yesterday, my theme music for this year has to be "Win" by what is it? J Rock, right? Because the chorus speaks to what my where my mind frame is for this year, at least for this month. It does speak to them. And the beat speaks to how I feel my heart and my mind is working ready and hard. Right? Now I'm dealing with my level of bullshit. The second, third round, white folks trying to push me out and making my moves professionally where I need to. So it's actually been frustrating. You're taking me away from enjoying stuff like hanging out with some chicks, right? Having a couple of dates and stuff. I haven't even felt the desire. I really have not felt the desire. Low key interested, but it's low key. I have other things on the plate that I don't need to be focusing on coach right now. Right? This shit is in the backseat right now. Was riding in the car. So really think about this year. What moves need to happen and match it up to where I was last year at this time. Really doing it. Because since Cat Williams has been in the news a lot lately, for good reason, I remember something that Cat Williams said. He don't fuck with people who are doing the same thing they were doing last year. And man, you need to be getting better and better and better every year. You do the same things you did the year before. You got to do something different. But you may be able to still travel like you did the year before, but you can't go back to the same places. It's time to move on and go somewhere else, do some different shit. So while I was doing my internet media cruise yesterday, I saw Toya the up there, her video, writing down what she was behind in 2023 and what she is bringing forward into 2024. I was like, oh, that's cool. Watch this. But thinking about certain things I want to accomplish this year, and there are a few things on the list. There are a few things on the list. One of them is I think I need more East Coast travel this year. Need more East Coast travel. Definitely got to visit Texas, not because I'm chasing after Toya, but my homeboy is in Texas. I need to visit Texas. Fuck the homeboy. But like, yeah, Malika. See, Malika know the song. Win, 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 win. Yep, fuck everything else. These niggas ain't shit. Win, 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 win. Stop chasing that bitch. Win, 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 win. The beat sounded like Dre outside. Yeah, that's the song, Malika. You got it. So, there are the stuff that I need to do. I remember having a conversation with Layup Sam, and we were having a conversation about having lunch. We're having this conversation about why she's not married or never been married. And she likes being the fun travels a lot and stuff like that. Like she's always traveling, going somewhere, right? She wants to travel, right? And it might be all right, but I like to travel. But one of the things I don't do is fuck off a lot of my money at casino. I'll fuck off my money experience a good time to be had. But if it's not for me, it's not throwing my money away in the casino. That's not it. But a trip, definitely take a trip. But I'm interested in places I want to go, not necessarily just places a chick wants to go so she could, have somebody handsome standing there in a picture next to her. No, that's not my job. That is not my job. You can do that, but I wasn't born into this life as a woman, and I'm not playing that role. Not, I will go someplace and let you know where I'm going. And if you want to show up, you can pay your own money and turn up. And we'll hang out and we can fuck with each other. But I'm not going somewhere just because your ass is going. That's why you should have had a husband. So I told her about traveling alone. There's some places she's afraid to travel alone. And I'm like, if you're the one that want to go, you shouldn't be afraid. You should, unless it's a dangerous area. But as we know, in the manosphere, about this time of the season and the year, a lot of your women is uncovered. Winter is here. Yeah, it's gonna be cold out there for your ass, and most people ain't gonna be looking after you. Welcome to the real world. It's just what it is. Now the smart rats have fled the ship, and the trifling chicks have learned how to tamp that shit down a little bit to snag them a dude. At least for a little while. They got until March where everybody get their tax returns and shit like that, and then you'll see that shit solved. Feel that sense of independence again. Spring, summer, we'll see. But if you don't necessarily have a dude, permanent dude in your life, you're gonna be traveling some places alone, no matter how much money you pay. For whoever, don't matter. Because the important should be that you was going where you wanted to go. Not necessarily is that you had somebody there with you going where you wanted to go. This time last year, I planned my trip to the Grand Canyon. drove for 12 hours solo to go stand on the mesa that I wanted to stand on so I could have some peace. And I did it. Fear did not enter into the equation. Why? Because it wasn't about somebody else. Now I relayed that story to this woman and told her the only thing that could have been improved by that whole experience, it would have been nice to be able to share that with somebody. It would have been a little bit. So they could see it too. Because having memories of good times is what bonds people together. Or you can get bonded by having memories of bad shit that happened. Either way, right? All of us in this country are bonded together by the experience of watching 9/11, but that wasn't necessarily a positive experience. There's some positive things that came out of it, but you know exactly what that felt like, what it meant, because it was a negative experience that we all shared, right? So for me, the trip I took was about me. It wasn't about somebody else, but it would have been cool if somebody was there to share it with me. Because what I was explaining to her, taking a trip with a man that you're into and involved with and have in your life, and you are in his life, it's not the same thing as going on a trip with all your fucking girlfriends. It's not. I think about it like this. So when I went to the Grand Canyon, was standing on top of that mesa. There were women out there that were single. There were. There were solo operators out there. As Grinch would say, some rogues. There were some rogues out there. There were some chicks out there, some black chicks out there with a bunch of fucking kids too. There was. But every human being longs to share their experiences in life with someone else because that's what it's about. Coupling up and stuff like that at a certain age is about having a family and having kids and shit like that, right? It is. It's the most stable way to raise some fucking children. But beyond that point, when you ain't trying to knock out babies anymore, you coupling up and getting together ain't got shit to do with marriage. Marriage, or so I should say, marriage ain't got shit to do with raising children. Nothing. When you're past having one divorce and past having your children grow up and be grown, coupling up in marriage is not about raising no fucking family. It's not. It's about who you check into old age with. Do you get a dog and die alone? Or is your husband taking you to your operation when you have to get a fucking hysterectomy or some shit like that? Or are you looking after him when he has to go through that chemo treatment or some shit? It's about understanding somebody is there for you, not for the kids, not for the house, not for the cash and prizes. They are there for you and will be there with you in your darkest moments when you are not as strong or you are not as cute. You couldn't put a stack of money on your neck and get somebody to spooge in your face. But nobody wants your wrinkly belly and your lunch lady arms. And don't remember when you was 20 something and young and cute. They don't have that memory of you. They only know you by what they seeing right now. And if you got the sad dog Sharpay face, that's just what the fuck it's gonna be. They ain't got no old pictures of you to look at to think, oh goddamn, yeah. Yeah, it used to be hot back in the day. They don't have that. That's what I think a lot of these chicks are slowly coming to understand. That's what that shit is about. It's not about the rest of that crap. Same thing with dudes. Same thing with dudes. And I told her during this conversation, I said, people had to wake up during COVID because there is the understanding of, yeah, I got all this material stuff, I got money, I got all the rest of this. Yeah. But during COVID, nobody could see your ass. You was just in the house by yourself. And then you actually, some of you women had the understanding of what would happen if I died in this house from this, you know, disease. Who would know? Got to feeling really lonely, didn't it? Because your girlfriends wasn't there for you. That dog, that puppy, that fruit la la that you lord so much fucking attention over and treat like a human being, which it is not. It wouldn't be there to do shit for you. It would scratch at you. It would nudge you to get you to feed it or take it outside to piss. What up, studio? So there's a reason why people couple up. Well, like I said, going on a trip by yourself forces you to be introspective, wrestle with your demons, and focus on your inner peace. It's about delayed gratification. Exactly, Malika. Her friend is a gay guy friend, right? That she trumpeted, she championed because he's gay, and him and his boyfriend or husband travel a lot, right? And they'll travel solo, separately. They'll go off in one direction, one will go off in the other direction, they'll come back together, whatever, later on, right? They take solo trips, which for a woman that dates a man thinks that's fucking heard of. I'm saying, no, it's not unheard of. That's how you keep a healthy fucking understanding of each other. If you have a man and he can't leave your fucking sight, you think you got a child. That's not a child, that's an adult. And you should be all right being by yourself while they go travel. What if they fuck somebody else? What if they never travel and they fuck somebody else? What difference does it make? Is that your only concern? Jesus Christ. So what the gay dude told her was he didn't want to travel with her until she took a trip by herself, somewhere international by herself. He wouldn't travel with her. He was holding to that shit too, and she didn't understand it. And I told her the same thing that you're putting in here. Because traveling by yourself makes you a little bit more reliant, makes you understand how to travel, how you are as a traveler. 1 second, you guys. Solo travel, you learn how to pack light. You learn how to take only what you fucking need and not all this other superfluous bullshit. Traveling with a female who just wants to be along on the trip or wants you to be along on the trip with them, you've just turned into the bellhop and the muscles to carry all this shit. She will pack ridiculous amounts of shit. Two chicks traveling together, they could be girlfriends the whole time, work with each other, all that shit. They travel together, you'll find out which one hate the other one when they come back. You know why? Because some of them are not good travelers. They're not good travel company. Too much bullshit, too bitchy, too much complaining, too much exorbitant shit that they bring with them, too much impatience. They get pissy with each other. Look, my mother and my grandmother can travel with each other sometimes. Mother and daughter. But there hasn't been a trip that they haven't come back from and be like mad at each other. For simple shit. She brought all this shit. Now she can't carry it. Now we got to spend all this time shipping this stuff back. You went with her? You know how she is. Yeah, world travelers. Shit, that'd be a trip from hell. Guys are the same way, but I think guys work it out a little bit more because guys usually ain't trying to share the same room. You'll do it to be, economical, but you got to have your own space. Got to have your own space. And Negro, I'm not carrying none of your shit. If you bring some stuff that you can't carry, you brought some shit that you're gonna have to leave in another country. That's what it is. Not about to be carrying all your bags and shit for you. No, that is a real world understanding of what happens in relationships. Women expect you to carry a lot of their shit, and dudes is like, "No, I'm packing light. I ain't trying to carry a bunch of stuff." Like you see dudes talk about they went backpacking for 3 months. It's like you just had a backpack. That's all you had. It's like, yeah, what else you need? Some shoes, socks, some underwear, some shorts, some pants, some shirts. One nice one if I want to get out to the club and get frisky. I don't need a lot. Clippers to trim it up, some deodorant. Like we good. That's how it goes down. It's very easy. So those are the things that I was thinking about in my head about where this next month, what happens in this next month, and what to plan today for this next month, right? And that's just on a personal level, just on a personal level. But solo travel will be the thing a lot this year. So I just pulled up to the job. We get to meet one of our new potential directors today. So I'm gonna get in here and grill this motherfucker about race issues because they picked somebody from Alabama. So I'm like, great, they go import another racist, or I should say another bigot. Cool. Well, he might as well let him know he's dealing with somebody who got some sense right up front. So I know that shit before they ever get here. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank y'all for showing up for this CArtisan MC. It sounds like a ramble, but it's CArtisan MC. It could be a ramble. Um, like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon, click it to all so you never miss one of these random morning streams. And I will see some of you good people over at the Roger Report in a bit. So I got to get through this silly ass meeting first. But peace.